Let's see how Ridge Racer handles this stuff. Maybe we'll check the other games too. Let's fast forward past the intro. I don't see a lot of drifting going on in Ridge Racer Revolution. I guess the early games didn't have so much of that. Oh, that's a little bit of sliding around corners. Let's see what it looks like in there. Hard to tell from the... Yeah, the bumper cam view isn't very helpful. Alright, let's check out another one. Racer Revolution. Let's look at the N64 one, because this one had a lot of drifting, if I recall. Past the intro. Okay. And they continue to go sideways when they pull out of a turn. Yeah, so I don't think it's like Mario Kart's jumping and initiating a drift so much as just it has a slip maybe at a certain speed and a certain past a certain speed and past a certain angle, it looks like it slides. I know the newer games have more of a drift button idea. I don't like that so much. Let's check R4. I mean, it's been a while since I've played... I guess I played Ridge Racer 7 recently. I assume they're still making Ridge Racer games. I mean, I see Ridge Racer 5 there, I guess. Come on. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm going to mute this sound. Again, they're not driving from the third person, which makes it harder to see the car looks like. I always play these games from a third-person perspective. I like looking at the car, but you know, okay. Especially on the PlayStation, these games are less about the physics and more about the feel. I mean, they're cool looking racetracks. Like, they look like roller coasters. And when they got like to Ridge Racer 4. Oh, okay. You hit the. Okay, so what we should probably do is have more of a slip factor when we are past a certain speed and trying to turn past a certain threshold. And then you should be able to exit it by steering back, like driving on ice. Anyone that grew up in Ohio knows about driving on ice. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick, and let's try setting the drift factor higher. So grip factor 0.25. We're gonna make this like, I don't know. I'm gonna keep this 0.25. Oh, it's actually a. Make another one. We're gonna call this grip factor slide. Make it, I don't know, 1/2 of 1%, 0.5. There we go. So grip factor slide, and I'm going to replace this grip factor with grip factor slide, just for testing purposes. We're going to see what the difference looks like. So this is with more slide on it. I'm going to maximize this so I can see what's going on. So this is more slide. So we go to turn. Yeah, you feel that? We keep the momentum. We can barely keep around those corners. Oh, that was cool. That was that was cool. So we want to go like this and go like this, really into it, and then accelerate out of it, and accelerate out of it. Ah! We're still sliding. Okay, so let's change this back to the higher grip factor. In fact, I think I'm going to even make it higher than it is currently, so it's more dramatic when it breaks. Grip factor, I'm going to make this 0.3. So this is every frame, it's going to be 30% of the direction that it should be facing. Oh, and I didn't change it, did I? No, I didn't. We're still on the slidey. So let's go back. All right. Oh, you know what? It's got to be changed in the editor. Car body, arcade car script, 0.3. Yeah, it's still really loose. Let's make this 0.4. See, I'm also trying to intentionally like change something. I'm not applying my forces the same way. That might be entirely possible. I did that. Tire direction. Oh yeah, times magnitude. That's what it is. It was 1.5 times. Yeah, there we go. I mean, that's really tight grip. Whoa. I mean, that's fun. Even for just a crappy little, like, all right, let's make this track a little bit wider so we can actually get a better feel for how it's gonna. And I have no idea what the scale is, so like how fast the game is actually going in miles per hour, meters per second. I mean, I think it's just made up anyway, but we should probably have some sort of standard for this. Let's flatten this out. Let's flatten out that little jump too, because I just wanted to test the physics and see how that felt, but I don't want to keep that in for right now. So let's shift to lower, so shift click, yeah. That's 100%, there we go. I don't know, is this not working? Let me make this, yeah, I don't care about that. I'll leave those little bits up, they look kind of cool. Let's bring this out a little bit more. Let's make this quite a bit wider, so we have more turning area to see, to play with sliding. Let's do the same thing here. Let's do this up, because what we want to do is we want to see how the sliding feels. That to me is the most important thing we can do. And we want to be able to target that little tiny area there. All right. Let's raise this so we don't get confused with what's going on. Whoop, yikes. Let's shift click to sample that, and we're just going to go like this. There we go. So we don't get lost in the track. All right, save this, and we're going to run it again. Bam. a tiny bit grippier. So now it is let's make it 0.5, and we'll make the slide 0.1. And I should be working with the grip, not the slide right now. I also keep letting off the acceleration to get around corners. I mean, that's something ha 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 ha. Does that not behave how I want it to behave? Does that not feel right? Remember, a lot of this is by feel. Now I want my front end to like turn faster than my actual body is turning. Let's increase the amount of angular velocity we're putting on the tires. How far do wheels turn in a car? Well, I mean, I don't mean steering ratio. I meant maximum steering angle of real car. Okay. $40 degrees. $53 degrees. Okay, so it's already set to 40. So the angular velocity, so it's 40 and then half of 40. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, so I'm still kind of convinced that the part of the problem is that the car's angular velocity is calculated on, or is on the center of this car. I feel like that's making it feel really weird. I'm going to give this some thought on how we can fix this. Might go into Maya and make myself a box with a pivot in a different point and see if that helps. All right, I'll be back.